Every great journey begins with a single step, but too often we convince ourselves to wait. We say, I'll start tomorrow, when I feel ready, when life is easier, when the timing is perfect. But tomorrow is a trap. It never truly arrives. Each day you wait, you're practicing delay. You're teaching yourself to postpone your future. The truth is simple. The most powerful day you will ever have is today. Today holds the power of day one. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to begin. The hardest part of any transformation is not the work, but the decision to start. That decision can only happen now, in this moment, with the courage to move despite your doubts. Think of the stories we admire. J.K. Rowling writing in cafes while struggling, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak building Apple in a garage, Sylvester Stallone writing Rocky when he was broke. None of them waited for the perfect time. They started messy, uncertain, and imperfect, but they started. Day one looked small, but it carried momentum that changed their lives and the world. The lesson? Don't underestimate the power of small beginnings. One step, one page, one workout, one phone call can start a chain reaction you can't even imagine. The first action is the hardest, but it's also the most important. Waiting has a hidden cost. It doesn't just waste time. It drains your confidence. Every time you delay, you tell yourself you're not ready, you're not capable, you're not enough. And that story becomes stronger the longer you wait. But the moment you act, even with the smallest step, you create proof. Proof that you can move forward, proof that you are capable, proof that you are stronger than your excuses. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds belief. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't need to see the finish line. You just need to take the first step today. So how do you begin your day one? Start small. Shrink your goal to something you can do in 5 minutes. Instead of saying I'll get fit, say I'll walk around the block. Instead of I'll write a book, say I'll write one sentence. Instead of I'll build a business, say I'll make one phone call. Action fuels motivation, not the other way around. And once you act, the second step becomes easier, then the third, and soon momentum is carrying you forward. Remember, day one is not about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to begin, to stumble, to learn, and to grow. This is your challenge. Don't let this day end without taking your first step. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Do something that marks this as your day one, because 1 year from now, you will look back at today with either pride or regret. Pride if you began, regret if you waited. Your future is built on decisions, and the most important decision is the one you make right now. So start strong, start bold, and start today. Tomorrow is a dream, but today is real, and today can be the beginning of everything you've been waiting for. Every time you take action today, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. If you exercise, you're voting for strength. If you write, you're voting for creativity. If you learn, you're voting for growth. Each small choice builds your identity. The problem with waiting until tomorrow is that tomorrow never builds identity. Only today does. Success is not about huge leaps. It's about small, consistent actions that over time compound into extraordinary results. Imagine if you just improved by 1% every day. A year from now, you would be a completely different person. Day one isn't just about personal goals. It's also about courage. Courage to say yes when you're scared. Courage to step forward even when you're uncertain. Courage to live life on your terms instead of letting fear or doubt control you. Think of all the people who changed history. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Mahatma Gandhi. Each of them had a day one, a moment when they stood up, often against incredible odds, and said, "This begins now." You don't have to change the whole world on your first day, but you can change your world by choosing courage today. Think about this. The habits you start today become the character you live with tomorrow. If you start a habit of discipline, you'll build a future of strength. If you start a habit of learning, you'll build a future of wisdom. If you start a habit of gratitude, you'll build a future of peace. But if you start nothing, you gain nothing. Every day, one creates ripples. You may not see them instantly, but over weeks and months they add up. Imagine planting a seed. You don't see the tree immediately, but the moment you plant, life has already begun. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I'll start when I feel motivated, but motivation doesn't come first. Action does. Motivation follows movement. The day you start running, your body craves more energy. The day you start writing, ideas begin to flow. The day you start creating, inspiration shows up. Motivation is not the spark. It's the fire that builds after you strike. So don't wait to feel ready. Readiness comes from doing, not thinking. Don't think yourself into action. Act yourself into motivation. And the best way to start that cycle is by declaring today as day one. So let this be your reminder. You don't need the perfect plan, the perfect tools, or the perfect timing. All you need is the decision to start. History will not remember your excuses, but it will remember your actions. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now, you will thank yourself for beginning today. This is not just another date on the calendar. This is a chance to rewrite your story, to prove to yourself that you are stronger than hesitation, and to take control of your future. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for a new year. Your day one is here, and it begins now. Every dream has two doors, the door of excuses and the door of action. Excuses are always wide open, easy to walk through, comfortable. Action, on the other hand, looks heavy, guarded, difficult. But once you push that door open, you realize it wasn't as hard as you thought. It just required a decision. Too many people spend their lives standing outside, staring at the door of action, waiting for it to open on its own. But doors don't open by waiting. They open by pushing. And today is the day you decide to push. Imagine yourself at the end of your life looking back at today. Will you be glad you started? Or will you wish you had? That single reflection can change the way you live. We are not promised endless tomorrows. Life is fragile, unpredictable, and short. The truth is, there is no right time coming. There is only the time you choose to make right. And if not now, then when? If not today, then which day? The longer you wait, the smaller the window becomes. But the sooner you act, the wider life opens for you. Day one teaches us something powerful. Success is not about speed, it's about direction. You don't need to sprint into your future. You just need to face the right way and take your first step. A slow walker moving forward will always beat the runner standing still. Don't compare yourself to others who may be further ahead. Their day one happened years ago. Yours is today. And the beauty of starting now is that you're no longer behind. You're on your path. Your only competition is the version of yourself who still wants to wait. When you start today, you're not only building your own future, you're inspiring others. Think about it. Someone out there is watching you. Your child, your sibling, your friend, a stranger online. When you begin, you give them permission to begin too. Your courage becomes contagious. And often, it's not the words we speak that inspire, but the actions we take. By starting today, you may light a fire in someone else's heart. You might not even know it, but your day one could be the spark for someone else's day one. So let's make a decision together. No more waiting, no more someday, no more excuses. Today, right here, right now, is where everything changes. Your dreams don't need permission from tomorrow. They only need commitment from today. Stand tall, take a breath, and say to yourself, "This is my day one." Let that declaration echo in your mind and fuel your action. Because the truth is, there is nothing holding you back but hesitation. And hesitation ends here. Today is not just October 2nd. It is the beginning of your future. Every master was once a beginner. Every expert had a day one. The strongest athlete once struggled to lift a single weight. The greatest authors once stared at a blank page. The most inspiring leaders once doubted themselves. What made them different was not that they were born ready, it was that they were willing to start before they were ready. Don't confuse confidence with courage. Confidence comes later, after practice. Courage is what you need right now, and today your courage will create the foundation for the confidence you seek. Think of momentum like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's tiny, barely moving. But as it rolls, it grows larger and faster until it's unstoppable. Your day one is the push that sets your snowball in motion. Without that first push, nothing grows, nothing moves. But with it, you'll be amazed at how quickly progress compounds. Weeks from now, you'll look back and realize how powerful that first push was. And it all starts with you saying, "I begin today." Don't be fooled by the highlight reels you see on social media. You might think everyone else started with certainty, with success, with perfection. But the truth is, most of them had messy, awkward, uncertain day ones. They just didn't quit. That's the secret. Not perfection, but persistence. So when you begin and it feels clumsy, don't give up. That's how it's supposed to feel. Every great beginning is rough around the edges. The beauty of day one is not that it looks perfect. It's that it opens the door to day two, day three, and beyond. There's a saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. You can't go back and change the past. You can't rewrite the choices you didn't make. But you can decide what the next chapter will be. Too often we waste energy regretting the time we lost instead of using the time we have. Let today be the day you stop looking backward and start building forward. One step today is worth more than 1,000 regrets from yesterday. And here's the ultimate truth. Day one never leaves you. Every time you face a new goal, a new dream, a new chapter, you get another day one. It's not a one-time event, it's a mindset. The power of day one is the belief that you can begin again. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how late it feels, no matter how heavy the weight of your past, every sunrise is an invitation to start anew. And the best part? The more you practice beginning, the easier it becomes to continue. Your future doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for day one, again and again.